So, you're scraping public data, right? Well, what if I told you that you might be sitting on a ticking time bomb and not even know it? In this explainer, we're going to defuse that bomb. We are going to show you exactly how to handle all that so-called public data without risking some truly massive fines and honestly some pretty serious damage to your reputation.
Just picture this for a second. You've got this beautiful, pristine data lake. It's your company's most valuable asset. But then you have all these pipelines just dumping raw, unfiltered, unstructured stuff right into it. That's pretty much what happens when you scrape data without a solid plan. You're basically poisoning your own well, and the scary part is you might not realize it until it's way too late. And then, bam, it happens. A single piece of data, a stray comment with a phone number, an address hidden in a user profile, triggers a major GDPR violation. Suddenly, all the alarms are going off, and your company is looking at a 7-figure fine. And look, this isn't some scare tactic. This is the reality for companies that don't get ahead of data privacy.
Okay, before we dive into how to build the solution, I have a quick but really important mission for you, our early supporters. We're a new channel, and we really want to build an awesome community right from the start. Help us get to our first 10 subscribers. If you subscribe and share this explainer, we'll host a special live session just to connect with all of you. It would mean a lot.
All right, let's gear up. Here's our plan. First, we'll get the lay of the land in the new arms race. Then, we'll identify exactly what we're up against in the hidden liability. After that, we'll build up our defenses with the privacy firewall. And finally, we'll establish the new rules of engagement with compliance as code.
So welcome to the front lines of the data wars. Seriously, this is not your grandpa's web scraping anymore. It has become a full-blown, high-tech arms race, and you really need to be armed with the latest and greatest tools just to stay in the game.
I mean, just look at how the tools have evolved. Forget about those simple little scripts from back in the day. Now we're talking about full browser automation using tools like Playwright and really specialized libraries like CrewAI that can actually mimic browser fingerprints to get past even the toughest security. We're even using AI agents now to make our scrapers way smarter.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what's going on. Web scraping isn't some weekend hobby anymore. It is a serious high-stakes engineering battle. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game, and honestly, the stakes have never been higher.
But here's the crazy part. Getting blocked is actually the least of your worries. The real danger is the data you successfully bring in. It's this hidden liability that can totally poison your entire organization from the inside out.
The main culprit here is something called Personally Identifiable Information, or PII for short. You can think of it like a digital fingerprint. It's any little piece of data that can be traced back to one specific person, and it's hiding in plain sight in all that public data you're scraping every single day.
So what kind of fingerprints are we talking about? Well, think about the obvious stuff like names, emails, phone numbers, but also things you might not think about, like IP addresses, cookies, even usernames. Anything that can be used to pinpoint a person is a potential liability, and it's all just sitting out there in public comments and profiles.
And here's the real kicker. Under big regulations like GDPR, you don't even have to use the data to be in violation. Nope. Just having it stored in your database is considered processing. So the second you've scraped it, you're already on the hook. You're already at risk.
So, how do we protect ourselves? We build a privacy firewall. It's a really simple but elegant solution that neutralizes the threat of PII before it ever even gets close to your data lake. You can think of it like a super sophisticated water filter for your data. It makes sure only the good, clean stuff gets through. Here's how it works. It's a pretty straightforward 4-step process. First, you ingest the raw data stream just like you normally would. But then, you immediately scan it for PII using a powerful tool like Microsoft Presidio. Next, you transform and neutralize any PII you find. And only then, finally, do you store the safe, clean, compliant data in your warehouse.
And this right here, this is where the magic happens. We're not just deleting the PII, we're transforming it. This is where you make some important choices, like do you hash names to keep them anonymous, or do you just redact them completely? The whole point is to turn that sensitive, risky data into anonymous but still incredibly valuable information for your analysis. It's truly the best of both worlds.
The key thing to remember here is that the privacy firewall is a proactive solution. It stops the PII right at the front door before it has any chance to cause problems. It's kind of like a bouncer for your data warehouse, you know? It keeps the bad data out and only lets the good stuff in. Now, this all leads us to a much bigger, and I think much more powerful idea: compliance as code. It's a totally new way of thinking about data privacy. It's not about writing long, boring policies anymore. It's about writing code. It's about building responsibility right into your systems, one line of code at a time.
This quote really just gets right to the heart of it. Privacy isn't just a legal problem that you hand off to the lawyers anymore. No, it's an engineering problem. And it's up to us as engineers to solve it. We have to own this from the very first line of code we write.
And that means we have to automate our compliance. Look, a policy document sitting in some folder on a shared drive is not going to protect you. It's useless. We need to build compliance directly into our systems so that it's always running 24/7 without fail. It is the only way to be sure that we're always protected.
And the result of all this, you actually get to have your cake and eat it too. You can train your AI models, you can power your analytics, you can drive your business forward with all the data you need, but without any of the risk you don't. It's a huge win-win for everyone involved.
So, if you remember just one thing from this explainer today, let it be this: privacy isn't a policy. It's not something you write down in a document. It's something you run. It's code.
That's all for this explainer. If you found it valuable, please do us a huge favor and like and share it with your network. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the Lalith official community. Thanks for watching.